Born in Cleveland, Ohio. Only child. I had a network of friends. I grew up in pretty much inner city Cleveland. Went to college, got a degree in political science with a minor in English. I actually worked in the record business for 3 years. I worked for a record distributor. I met a lot of people, went to a lot of concerts. I met Bob Seger, Lou Reed, people like that in my business. I had long hair and a ponytail, Fu Manchu. And then I started in RTA Furniture. It was my first venture into it, and I was the assistant buyer for that. And I just loved it. And they gave me occasional furniture as a buyer and made me the buyer. And then they gave me bedroom and dining room and then high-end design furniture. So I did that from 1980 until 84. Well, now I'd had a lot of the home businesses. So they called me when I was in one of the stores and they said, we'd like you to go to Denver and interview. And they offered me the job and I started January 6th, 1990. And it was in furniture. So I was a division of furniture, electronics, mattresses, and rugs. And I did that for 3 years. Made the end up merge with Foley's and out of Texas. And I didn't want to go to Foley's. So the president of the company said, we're going to take care of you. We want you to go to New York. You'll be the market rep for furniture, meaning I would work with 8 different divisions. I had to prove myself, but it was again in furniture and knowing that they were going to move to St. Louis from New York. So I spent 5 months in New York and then I moved to St. Louis. And within a year, I became the DMM again of furniture. And a little while later, they gave me furniture and mattresses and flooring and electronics. And then I became a divisional vice president. And I ended up winning the President's Award in 1999, in 2000, and 2002. No one had ever won that 3 years. And in 2003, they said, we want you to fly to California. Well, if they want you to fly anywhere, that means you're gonna interview for the job. And if you say no, you might not get another opportunity. And if you go, you have to blow the interview completely not to get the job. So I ended up moving. My wife, who had only been married to a year, who never moved more than 10 minutes from her family, to LA. So we went there and I was there for 3 years. And then they merged with Macy's and they wanted me to go to New York. I'm like, I can't do this. I just moved my wife 1,000, 2,000 miles away and then you want me to go to the other coast? So I took early retirement and I started interviewing for a job. And someone called me and said, have you heard of Nebraska Furniture Mart? I'm like, yeah, I see they have an ad in the paper, but I knew who they were because they were my competitors. And they said, well, what do you think? I'm like, I don't know that much about it. He said, all right. And then Irv Blumpkin had gotten a resume from somebody from May Company. He said, do you know anybody else? And he said, Steve Riley. So I guess Irv wrote my name down and talks to another rep. He said, do you know this Steve Riley guy? He goes, yeah, why? He says, well, I'm looking for a director of furniture. I've never had one, but I think I need one to help me with all this. And he goes, you need to call him right away. So Irv called me. I came in for an interview. It was really intense. Long story short, he hired me 3 weeks later on my birthday. And then I stayed in furniture. I loved working with him. I was there for 12 years. I told him I'd only work 10 because of my age, but I stayed 12. And then I retired June 28th in 2018 because I was 65. I lasted 3 months. I couldn't take it. These are my friends. This is my industry. Had no idea what I was going to do. I formed Riley Consulting Group, which was me, myself, and I. And I got a few opportunities and then a few more. And I worked with some retailers and then I worked all in furniture. And then I worked with a couple of vendors, helping them out a little bit. And I've been doing it since 2018 and I'm still loving it. Professionally, what I'm most proud of now that I'm in the twilight of my career is what I've accomplished in my life and my reputation. And I would say what got me there is my family. Winning the IHFRA Pillar of the Industry Award is beyond my wildest dreams. I mean, when I look at the people that I'm being awarded with, as far as the retailers and the icons and the under 40 people and all, it's awe-inspiring. And then I look at the list of the names for the Pillar of Industry and I'm like, are you sure you have the right person? There's presidents, there's CEOs, and then there's Steve Riley. And I want to thank IHFRA and I want to thank all the reps. And all the buyers who've all supported me and worked with me and been my friends my entire career.